Good morning children. Today we will study about the barriers to communication. So whenever a manager does the work, he faces certain barriers to communication. There are basically four barriers to communication. The first is semantic barrier, second is psychological barrier, third is organizational barrier, and the fourth is personal barrier. In this video, we will study about the two barriers, semantic and psychological barriers. Semantic barriers, they are concerned with the meaning of words and symbols. It arises in the process of encoding and decoding of the message. So, semantic barrier is concerned with the meaning of words and symbols. When a receiver is not able to understand the word and symbols, then that is called the semantic barrier. And in the process of encoding and decoding of the message, which is in the elements of communication we have studied, in there we see that this, in that process only the semantic barrier starts or occurs. Semantic barriers are of basically 6 types. The first is badly expressed message. Use of wrong words, omission of necessary words, and inadequate vocabulary results in the badly expressed message. So, when there is wrong words are used while communication, then omission of necessary words are omitted, and thirdly, inadequate vocabulary. When vocabulary is not correct, then this results in a badly expressed message, and as a result, the receiver is not able to understand the message. So this comes under the semantic barrier. Second is symbol with different meanings. The same word or symbol may occur different meanings to different people. So different people can understand the same word or symbol in a different way with the different meanings. The wrong meaning perceived by the receiver, because of this is called creates a problem in the communication, and this is called the symbol with different meaning. Now the third semantic barrier is faulty translation. When the translator is not proficient in both the languages, so involved in translating, the meaning of the message may get distorted. When the translator is not expert in or proficient in both the languages, then there is a chance that the message may get distorted. As a result, the receiver will not be able to understand the message. So this is also one of the semantic barrier for the communication. Then unclarified assumption. A message may be misunderstood when the sender does not clarify the assumptions behind it. So if the assumptions behind the message is not clarified, then the message may be misunderstood by the receiver. Then the fifth one is technical jargons. Specialists often use technical language which common man cannot understand who are not specialists in the concerned field. So the specialist of a particular subject, they use a technical language which a common man cannot understand, only the specialist can understand, and as a result the communication is not understood by the receiver, and this is also one of the semantic barrier to the effective communication. Then the last semantic barrier is body language and gesture decoding. Sometimes the body language and gestures of the individual does not match with the communication. So when the communicator is communicating, at that time the body language and gesture do not match with the communication. This also leads to the miscommunication. As a result, the receiver is not able to understand or interpret the message fully or totally. So these were all about the semantic barrier. Now come to the psychological barrier. The state of mind of both sender and receiver affect the process of the communication. So the state of mind of both the sender and receiver may not be proper, and as a result this also creates a barrier which is called a psychological barrier. It is basically of 4 types. The first is premature evaluation. Communication is likely to fail if the receiver evaluates the meaning of the message before the sender completes the message. So if the receiver evaluates the meaning of the message before the sender completes the message. So before the sender completes the message, if the receiver is evaluating the meaning of the message, then such premature evaluation may occur due to preconceived notion or prejudice against the communicator. So if the sender has not completed the message and the receiver has evaluated the meaning of the message, then definitely the receiver will not be able to understand the message properly, and as a result there will be miscommunication. Why this happens? Why the receiver does such a thing? Because he is preconceived, because the receiver has preconceived notion or prejudice against the communicator. So because of this preconceived notion or the prejudice against the communicator, the receiver is evaluating the meaning of the message before the sender has completed the message. As a result, the proper communication fails. This is the first psychological barriers to communication. Then second is lack of attention. When the receiver's mind is preoccupied, he fails to understand what is being said. So if the receiver's mind is preoccupied against the communicator, then he fails to understand what the communicator is saying, because his mind is preoccupied with various things and his attention is not proper. As a result, he will not be able to understand the message and the communicator will not be able to do effective communication. Very good example is the worker explains some problems to his supervisor. So when the worker explains some problems to the supervisor and supervisor mind is preoccupied with various types of tensions, then the supervisor will not be able to understand the worker's words. The supervisor is preoccupied with the telephone calls and does not grasp the message, and as a result the worker is not able to communicate properly, and this is the second psychological barrier to effective communication. The third is loss of transmission and poor retention. When communication passes through various levels, it may result in the loss of transmission. So when the communication passes through top level, middle level, then lower level or various levels, then what happens? There is a loss of transmission of the message. Sometimes poor retention of people due to lack of interest and attention leads to miscommunication. Sometimes what happens? There is the people have poor retention. People are not able to learn that message for a longer period of time, because there is lack of attention or there is lack of interest. As a result, there is miscommunication. And the last psychological barrier to communication is distrust. When the sender and the receiver do not believe each other, when the sender and the receiver does not believe each other, the message may be understood in its original sense. So when the sender and the receiver do not believe each other, the message may not be understood. The message is not understood in the original sense. As a result, there is miscommunication. The receiver is not able to understand the message of the sender, and this is the last barrier of communication. In this video, only this much. Thank you.